Bricks and Minifigs is your one-stop shop for all things LEGO. Hit the link below to find a store near you.
Hey everyone, this is Mike, welcome back to Beyond the Brick. Today I got a double feature for you, a dual review of Starfighter sets, and one that's particularly was awaited for, and two that are kind of wacky and fun at the same time. So we have Jedi Bob Starfighter, that is set number 75388 with 310 pieces and $40 price tag, and this is the X-Wing or TIE Fighter and X-Wing Mashup, a $110 set with 1063 pieces. Now I'm bundling together these two in a single review because those are the summer 2024 Star Wars sets and might be desired by fans as far as the Starfighters go. We're gonna start with this guy because that's gonna be probably a fan favorite. Now, full disclaimer here, I am not into the Jedi Bob lore. I'm not. I just don't know what's going on. Why is this guy a thing? Why is this a meme? I know he's a desired minifigure from the past, and he's a yellow-faced Jedi. That's all I know. But I guess he makes a comeback because this set is part of the Rebuild the Galaxy show, so that's why we have Jedi Bob coming back. And if I can have someone in the comment section below actually tell me, like I'm 5 years old, what's going on with this story and this character, I would love to hear. He has two-face expressions, a simple print, some plain brown legs, a cape, and a lightsaber. And the community goes crazy over him. So there you go. Two other characters are quite fun too for a layman. We have the Akbar Trooper with a great molded head on a Stormtrooper body. There you go. And that little gong on the left is the SRV-0 or Servo Droid, which probably will play some part in the show. That's just a simple gong build, but different because it has blue elements to it and some extra panel print for that front of the bot.
Hey, by the way, if you like the shirt I'm wearing, you can get yours today. These shirts are made in partnership between Beyond the Brick and Bricks and Minifigs stores, so you can get those at participating Bricks and Minifigs locations with all these cool logos and Bricks are my sport, and you can also order one online at the link in the description below.
Alright, but now on to our Starfighter, a sleek kind of Delta class style. It's not a Delta class, but you know, they try to make it look that way. It is a $40 set, so keep that in mind. Is that a good price for a craft like this? I don't know. I think it's a little bit, could be maybe 35, not 40, but here we are at 310 pieces. The underside is kind of underwhelming, what I noticed building it. It's quite empty, but that's how you get the shaping. You can see some of that technique here, and that's also where we can engage our spring loaders, like so. Plus the cannons on the side are looking pretty great. Retractable landing gear in the front, not sure, I can get it like, kind of get it a more sleek profile here. This pair of engines looks kind of cool with those ice skating pieces in the front. Let me just straighten them up a little bit. So ice skating in the front. That looks decent. It's a cool looking ship. It's a very swooshable, obviously, very solid. We have quite a few stickers here. I mean, not quite a few, but just a bunch of stickers here on the back. Actually, that's a pretty cool pattern here, so you can see how it's applied. Some gribbling. There is not much gribbling in terms of brick build elements here, but there are also the engines. And I like that kind of rear assembly for that. It's not even a stabilizer, it's more like a kind of piece of fuselage in the back in that triangular shape. The cockpit is simple. We have just single canopy, and our Jedi Bob is having his nice spot in the cockpit. Plus, you can see the cockpit is very simple. There's some detail with that one brick for the pilot's chair, but that's pretty much it. A single panel for the instruments there. And there is one more Easter egg that I would love for you to explain to me. I'm not sure if that's for scale or anything, but pop this open with a stickered piece, and here we have a banana together with a blue milk container. I mean, blue milk I get from Star Wars, but banana? Not sure. Not for scale. Let me know. There has to be a story I'm too ignorant to know about. So honestly, I was quite surprised how much I like the shaping of this ship and how it looks. Pretty cool, but you know what I also liked? If we move this to the side, I really like the look of that new X-Wing. I think it looks pretty good. And just like that, we have a professional transition to the second set, the TIE Fighter and X-Wing Mashup set. Now there is value to it. That is a $110 set with 1063 pieces. You know, it's kind of in the same style like we got those playable, smaller scale, smaller amount of detail Starfighters, I think in 2022, 2023, if I remember correctly. This is a little bit even more simplified version, but of course, because of the rebuild of the Galaxy thing, it has some quirks to it. I want you guys to give a little bit of attention to the minifigs, because they are also fun in this set. Let me just get the main guy in the band. There you go, because he's a selling point. That's L3GO droid. Yes, Lego droid. Yes, that's exactly the Easter egg. I know, cheesy, but Lego did it. Broke the fourth wall, and we have Lego-themed droid. It's actually, I find it quite funny. Some people call it the McDonald's droid, which is probably quite accurate with the colors and everything. He could be like Ronald McDroid or something, but he's here, and that's gonna be a desirable droid for the time being, for sure, for all the astromech collectors out there. The other characters are, we don't really know anything about them. That's Yessi Scala and Zig Gribbling. Just looking at the box to make sure I get their names right. We don't really know anything about them. It's kind of giving the Freemaker Adventures vibes. They're gonna be in the Rebuild of the Galaxy show. They have some artifacts with them. They have decent printing. Face expressions are okay. I like the outfits actually. Not sure what's up with the contraptions they're holding. That's some sort of like a tool they're gonna be using in the show. One of them also has this translucent blue thingy in the hand, same thing that Darth Jar Jar has in the Dark Falcon, so there must be some sort of energy form that makes the show things happen, Imperial Beam Rebels and all that stuff. I don't know, we're gonna see the story soon. And then we have two other figs, which is, I think, a classic type pilot. There is really nothing special about him in here. And the Rebel pilot has a special thing. If you look closely at the helmet, that is also resembling the Lego colors, and it's actually a nod to Lego, just like the L3GO or G0 droid in there. So yeah, Lego did some fourth wall breaking here, and that's exactly what the premise of this set is, to have fun. Those are made for fun. The Dark Falcon is made for fun. All these things are just funsies out of complete canon. Now onto the X-Wing. Why did I tell you that it's pretty cool? I mean, it looks good for the amount of bricks it's using. It's not maybe not my favorite X-Wing, but it was surprisingly fun to build, and they did some really good angling here. For example, if you look at these angles here, that assembly specifically gives you a little bit of that convergence point on the cockpit. Something that you might see, I don't even remember if that was in the UCS version too, but at that small of a craft, getting this angle right, these pieces are also kind of bendy, so gotta be careful. It's just kind of Lego quality control wasn't great here, but the angle here is captured quite well. It just gives you this a little bit of the edge, and just makes the nose of the X-Wing look pretty good. Then we have a canopy that's printed and nicely fitting, fits the pilot quite well, with overall good shaping and good colors. There's a sticker here on the front. The nose is quite well shaped as well for this scale, that is. And we have of course space for our astromech droid, just like so. Works quite well. And the gribbling is just enough to make it look decent. Now I'm gonna commend one particular piece usage. The new Star Wars mech chest piece right here for that kind of hyperdrive unit. That's kind of cool, so you can kind of play with the set like you're doing some maintenance on it, some mechanic is working on it, you know, that's a sticker here for this part, but overall there is some detail under that hood of the X-Wing, if you will. So that, I found it quite cool of a piece usage, like I think it's very awesome. And then like pretty much the design for the rear is quite well done. Retractable landing gear as well, so you can kind of move things around as you please. It looks kind of weird, so it's not the most accurate landing gear for an X-Wing, but for a playset like this, it works quite fine. The engines are okay, nothing crazy, nothing too fancy. The laser cannons look decent for this scale with the tips. We're using the lightsaber pieces, quite well hidden. Spring loaders, so just under the cannons, each one on each wing, so you don't have 4 lasers, but rather, you know, 2. X-Wing should have 4 obviously, but that's where we are. So here's the thing about S-foils in this set. They are the simplest they can get, just ratcheted joints, so each wing operates, you know, as a single unit, so there is no conjunction, there is no fancy like push a button, the S-foils open. No, nothing of the sorts. It is just like a simple connection piece for a good reason, because you have to mash up things and you can remove these wings and place them on the TIE Fighter. But one of the cool things that I found out about this X-Wing is that, well, because of the fact that the wings work that way, you can do things like this. That's kind of cool, and you can have sort of like a different VX-Wing or like V-Wing, I don't know, like, you know, or you can go things like this. And you can look like a, what was the one that was kind of like that? No, I don't remember. There was like a craft that kind of looked like this. Not the Z95, there was a different, but you can do this, you know, you can have kind of like a different Star Warsy looking, not X-Wing, totally, right? So that's cool. I found it to be quite a fun, maybe unwanted, but feature nevertheless, because of how the joints work, and they can't go any further. So this is limited. Same for the down, but yeah, you can do this. So I found it kind of like a neat thing to do, to have in this set. And the TIE Fighter is not bad either. It is more of a repetitive build because of the TIE Fighter's design. I mean, the X-Wing is as well because of the wings, you know, left and right building, all that. It is very similar to the TIE Fighter we got as a standalone set just a couple of years ago. This one has some extra stickering for the top of the fuselage, the main fuselage, stickers for the twin ion engines. You can see those tiny stickers on both sides. One of those actually shot like when I was recording this review, but yeah, the spring loaders are kind of on the side, which is weird. Those are just like the ones in the front are just like concussion missile launchers, but normally you would have some there under the canopy, you would have the actual lasers. And I will commend how well the kind of opening of the cockpit is made. It's so slim and so smooth, and there's enough space for a pilot. Both of these sets, I will say that they don't have any sort of connector piece for pilots' pistols to be held, so, and also no space for any extra projectiles, so that's kind of a bummer. But yeah, and because of that design, also one negative thing about the TIE Fighter is that it doesn't have any sort of visible cockpit controls. It's just space for the minifigure, and when you close the guy, he doesn't really see anything. That's about it. There is no space for any console whatsoever. Alright, and now for the fun part. So let's do the mashup. Easy peasy, right? So you can kind of retract, the landing gear is all weird on the X-Wing, so you can do this. And then you kind of remove those Technic pins, 1, 2. The wings just can slide off like so with a single Technic pin. That's one. So you got the X-Wing disconnected everything, just like a bone, like main spine fuselage, and then same thing for a TIE Fighter, just go like this, boom, remove, boom, remove. Okay, so we got a bunch of pieces right now, right? Okay, we go on an adventure and do actual mashup X-Wing, so let's see how that works. Connect, come on, get in there, perfect, and then get in there once again. Cool, okay, snapped in. It already looks ridiculous. I mean, that's the purpose of this set, to just have fun and make things that would never really occur on-screen Star Wars in the canon. All right, the cool part about the TIE Wing is that it can actually stand. The solar panel wings are so massive, and the nose is so lightweight actually, as you can see, it doesn't really tip over. I mean, you can push it, and it kind of will tip over, you know, but in the end you have this ridiculous contraption, and it kind of like can be used as a club. Don't do that. Yeah, okay, so we have the TIE Wing, and then let's get the our fuselage for the TIE Fighter and make it an X-Fighter. Let's see how that works. So just connect it, get in there. Okay, Technic connector. I like this one actually a little more. I think it's more fun to look at. It does retain the landing gear, so that's kind of how it's supposed to work. It's a little more rickety. Oh, forgot the pins, so let's just secure that. A little more rickety design for sure. There you go. Okay, hands on, boom, done. Cool. Okay, it's a bit more, yeah, but this is more stable. This feels more stable. So this is kind of like better, and this is like the weird part. It's like walking or something. You can do the things I did with the X-Wing, so you can kind of get the wings up a little bit, and it can look like this. So that's kind of funny as well. I mean, ridiculous, right? Ridiculous, but it's fun. It's for kids. These sets are clearly meant for the play features, for introducing kids to Star Wars and how much fun they can have with the Starfighters, their dads, parents love from their era of Star Wars, and it's kind of meant to do that. But in the end, this set blends, in my opinion, nice play features and good looks at the same time. I was surprised how much I enjoy these Starfighters and how good they look for how compact they are. So there you have it, the X-Fighter and the XWing. If you guys enjoyed this review of a double feature with these sets, might be fan favorites. Actually, both of these. Jedi Bob's return is definitely celebrated in the community. Again, I would love for someone to explain to me like I'm 5 what's going on with Jedi Bob, because I never had the desire or chance to actually research the guy and what's up with that. Plus the mashup of the favorite Starfighters is a win of a set. I mean, it's good. I like it a lot. The price might be a little off-putting because you think, yeah, $110 for 2 fighters, 50 each. Yeah, it's kind of like comes down to the same price we had when they were like a standalone sets. Jedi Bob will be sold quite well in my opinion because of the return of Jedi Bob. So you let me know if a $40 price tag for this one is a good value. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed this double feature of LEGO Star Wars Summer 24 Starfighters. These sets are coming out on August 1st, so let me know what you think. Comment section is open below. Thank you so much for watching. It was Mike, and I'll see you next time on Beyond the Brick.